Yeah, dog. Welcome to Wreck to Riches. My name is Thomas G. Don't forget to smash that like button, drop a comment. And always remember, I'm not a financial advisor. For damn sure not a professional. It's just cryptocurrency. You can and probably will get wrecked. Gotta know the risks. Today's video, we're going to talk about crypto Ponzi's, crypto scams, and cryptos with utility, real world utility. All right. And just how the space has been backwards for years now. Because if you're going to invest outside of the traditional, Bitcoin and Ethereum, the blue chips, I would say the blue chips of crypto are the top five cryptocurrencies that are listed at the above of coinmarketcap.com. The top five. You got Bitcoin, Ethereum, and but what else is up there? I think there's maybe a stable coin or two. Pretty much Bitcoin and Ethereum are the blue chips. I mean, Bitcoin disrupted the entire world with blockchain technology, the first of its kind. Then Ethereum, the creation of smart contracts, and why DeFi is even here today. And everyone builds on Ethereum. The layer 1, layer 2 solutions, those are just the ones that are traditional. And if you're looking to get into cryptocurrency, 10, 15 years from now, your money could probably grow a lot. Maybe even in the next year. But you got a high chance of, pulling in returns over time, I would say, just like the traditional stock market. Is my opinion. Now, when it comes to crypto Ponzi's, scams, and cryptos with utility, you would think that the cryptocurrencies that have the real world utility would be the ones to, take off someday, compete against Bitcoin. And I, at one point, was a Digibyte maxi. All right. And here's the problem with the space. Listen closely here. Digibyte was an altcoin. It was created to be 40 times faster than Bitcoin. Bitcoin as it stands today would never make it with real-world adoption. It's too expensive and too slow to transact. There's no way we would be in a McDonald's drive-thru using Bitcoin, even with the Lightning Network, to transact for, our food. No way we'd be in line at Starbucks. It's just not scalable for that type of mass adoption and that usage, okay? Digibyte. Peanuts for a transaction, 40 times faster. Not a scam. 100% not a scam. Digibyte's not a scam. You do your research, you'll know. But even though there was no Ponzonomics, it was clearly not a Ponzi, not a scam, and it was built to compete with Bitcoin and ready to take mass adoption, at some point throughout the years, it became faster than it was doing more transfers per second than a Visa transaction. It's beyond that speed now today. But you look at the price, and your typical investor today would be like, rug pull, scam. That word gets thrown out there for anything that is down 85, 95, 100%, which cryptos on average drop 85 to 95%. But people that are noobs and don't know what they're talking about will say, it's a scam, rug pull, price is down, it's got to be a scam, Ponzi. That's just the nature of the beast. That's how people talk. You got to learn to ignore that stuff. But anyways, it was made to continue to become faster and faster. It was made for mass adoption. I truly believed it. The numbers were there. 5 different mining algorithms. It was the one Billy Gunn. And some people might think Litecoin and all these other ones. That was just my choice, right? Well, the community was big. There wasn't a whole lot of people talking about it. You didn't have BitBoy talking about it. You didn't have many influencers, from the smallest influencers to the largest. No one gave a damn about Digibyte. So it slowly died off. All-time high was 15 cents. I was like, we're going to 25. The word is out. Digibyte today is 0.008, below a penny. It's up 400% today. That means it was way lower if it's up 400%. And it'll never be the one Billy Gunn. It could be. If somebody wanted to say, hey, we're going to accept Digibyte at Starbucks, it would be able to handle it. It'd be fine. Without a shadow of a doubt, from what I've researched and what I know and the way I've experienced it and used it, it'd be ready. Definitely not Bitcoin. So no one bought it. No one cared. The community, even Jared Tate walked away, one of the founders, the face of it, died off. Coulda, woulda, shoulda been top 10 crypto. It's a shame. But then you have cryptos that are Ponzi's, running Ponzi schemes, offering high returns. You mostly see that in DeFi. This isn't traditional investing. Offer 1%, 2%, 3%, 5% per day, 1% per week, 2% per week. New investors, feeding new investors do really well. They catch fire. They catch heat. Influencers talk about them. Referral links. The referral links is always the red flag, right? And when Hex came out, I'm going to use Hex because Hex just changed the game. We see now 10,000X, but when Hex first came out, there was an AA lobby and there was a referral link. So it wasn't a fair launch and there was referrals. So if you were a big influencer, you can get a lot of people and get hundreds of millions of Hex and referrals. And now today, as I look at things, if it's not a fair launch, like I mentioned Jack Levin, which I'm not a Jack Levin fan, really. I like Zen a lot. But fair launch is the only way, I look at things now. We'll get into that in a second. Back to Hex. Even Richard said he designed it to look like a Ponzi and operate like a Ponzi because people like to invest in those. And they pump the most. So he had that. And I remember a lot of people were calling it a scam from the very beginning. And they also said it would never hit a penny. Never would hit a penny. And I remember selling some early, yeah, these guys are right. I'm 10x right now. It'll never be a penny. Even at the price today, if you had gotten in and you were an OG like me, you're still up. And that's without staking. But long story short on that, 10,000x, it went way past a penny. All-time highs was above 45 cents, north of 45 cents. The community built quick. It obviously, it's not designed to be the next Bitcoin and for people to transact. It's a certificate of deposit. But it had the pumpamentals. It had the Ponzonomics, with the referrals. And that Richard intentionally did that. No longer has a referral system. And then you have other platforms that have came and gone. BitConnect, what it offered, its crazy returns. So many platforms that outdid Digibyte, outdid the Litecoins, outdid all kinds of cryptocurrencies that were able to compete with Bitcoin and be real problems, disrupt the space. And the ones with the Ponzi's did the best. The ones that were Ponzi's with Ponzonomics, pumpamentals, very attractive yield, did the best. Built the biggest communities, the strongest communities of today. The Hex community is really strong, still going strong, regardless of the price, regardless of the FUD. Then you had the straight scams, trading bots. BitConnect was a scam, was a Ponzi. There's thousands of scams per month. Since Tron, since Binance, and they all did better. Everybody's attracted to that fast money. Utility doesn't seem to be a factor at this point, at all. And that's outside of the traditional world. Then there's meme coins. Meme coins ruined everything too, I feel like. Meme coins, listen, man. Shiba Inu came out, but Doge came first, which was literally created as a joke. Did better than cryptos that were created to change the world, could change the world, could disrupt the entire space, but nobody gravitated to it. The communities died off. Nobody cared. And that's the truth. of what's happening. It's like backwards. In the real world, when you buy a stock, they have to have a good business model. There has to be demand. There has to be earnings. They have to be above water. Oh, the technology has to be disruptive, whatever it may be. It needs to disrupt its space, and it'll be successful, but not in crypto. Meme tokens come out and do better than tokens with utility. The narratives that are painted by influencers and people on Twitter and YouTube, and the communities that are built from scratch that way, from word of mouth and social media, have done far better than cryptocurrencies that are not even here today or are even relevant, that could have really disrupted and changed the world. And that's the truth. And with that being said, 10,000X was born with X. 1,000X or whatever it was with Shiba Inu. Pepe token. A token called Pepe. Parabolic. No utility. No use case. No purpose. No reason other than to pump and dump. Much more successful than the cryptos that have world-class developers that made something unique that could disrupt and change the world and compete with Bitcoin and maybe even compete with Ethereum. They continue to fail. And I don't know how long this is going to continue to go on, but that's the reality of what space we're in. If you're trying to make money in DeFi and you're not just here to buy Bitcoin and Ethereum and let it sit and forget about it. Tokens with utility die. Tokens with narratives and pump-and-mentals and Ponzonomics and even flat-out scams outperform utility tokens. And meme tokens are the ones that just keep popping out. Floki, and man, the list goes on. But just so you know what you're getting into when you get into DeFi and you get into crypto. Digibyte didn't make it mainstream. Litecoin didn't make it mainstream. Everybody wants to buy Doge. Elon pushes it. Everybody wants to buy Shiba Inu. Everybody wants to buy Pepe. And no one gives a flying you-know-what even about Bitcoin, because they see how expensive it is. They don't realize you can buy fractions of it. People don't get that still. But they're looking for those crazy returns because they missed Bitcoin early on. They missed Ethereum early on. They missed everything else, Doge. And they're looking for the next meme token. And they don't give a rat's ass about the real deal, holy-filled cryptocurrencies that are out there today. Nobody does. It's the weirdest thing. But that's the crypto space. And that's the truth. Till next time. Yeah, dog.